Hey guys, so I am on my lunch right now and from work, just relaxing out by the waterfront, and I thought that I would give you guys some tips for pre-nursing students because I'm currently a pre-nursing student. If you didn't know, I'm in my second year of doing my prereqs, and don't freak out, it might not take you 2 years. I have taken 2 quarters off, one because I went to Europe and the other one because my brother died, and I'm working full-time, so I'm only taking 1, sometimes 2 classes a quarter. So yeah, it's taking me a little longer than it might take someone who could devote full-time to it. And lots of people down here today probably think I'm crazy. So yeah, just some tips for pre-nursing students. One, I would say definitely the program or programs that you want to apply to, definitely check out what their prereqs are. A lot of them have different prereqs, and you don't want to take more classes than you need, and you don't want to get all the way there to apply and realize you didn't take a class that you needed. So double and triple check the prereqs that you need for each program. Kind of with that, number 2 is talk to an advisor. Absolutely talk to an advisor. Sometimes they can give you tips and tricks so that you can take 1 class and it'll count for 2, or they can tell you the best route to take, or just anything. There is no harm and no downside to talking to an advisor. So definitely talk to an advisor. Talk to an advisor at the school that you're at. Talk to an advisor at the school that you want to apply to. It's their job to talk to you. You're not putting them out or doing anything you shouldn't be doing. They are absolutely supposed to help you out. Number 3, figure out how your nursing program, how their application works, and what they evaluate you on. The one that I'm applying to, it does a point system. So all your prereqs count for certain points. My 3 anatomy classes, I can get an A or a B and get the same amount of points, whereas the English class and the 2 psychology classes I'm taking, I have to get an A. They have more points weighted than a B does. So definitely look at that. Look at how they weight your grades, how they weight your application, what the process is, and what's going to get you the best possibility or chance of getting in. Kind of number 4 on the same lines, do they have an entrance exam? If they do you take it before you apply, or do you apply and then they assign you like a number to take it, or a date to take it, something like that? That's huge. And definitely don't wait to the last minute. If there's an entrance exam, start studying. I just ordered the Kaplan kind of entrance exam study material. So, because I'm going to be taking 2 classes each quarter for the next 3 quarters until I apply, including the quarter that I apply. So I have to study for all that kind of stuff. So definitely I'm going to be kind of concurrently studying, because the way it's working out, and if I read it correctly and my application process figured it out correctly, my classes will end March 28th, 29th, and I will be slotted to take the exam, if I make it to that point in the application process, on April 1st or April 3rd, which leaves less than a week to study if I didn't do anything up until then. And it's not just anatomy and physiology or the classes you've taken. It's a lot of English, it's a lot of basic math, things that you may not have done since high school, which I kind of number 5 that goes along with that, I got a free app. Eventually I'm going to upgrade here to get more questions, but just an app to kind of help you study some of the basic entrance exams questions. And some of the algebra questions, I'm like, I don't even remember how to do that. Once I sit down and study it, I have a feeling it'll come back really quickly, but I looked at it and was like, I don't even know, I don't remember. How do you change x from one side to the other? Am I subtracting? Am I dividing? What? So do not wait to the last minute. Start studying now, start reviewing now. That way there's no great surprise about what's going to be on the exam, and you don't have to cram at the last minute and just screw yourself over, in essence. Something I would say now for me, and I've been watching a lot of videos and a lot of other YouTube people who are currently in nursing school, get a routine down now. When you're doing your prereqs and you're balancing work and school, or just school, whatever it is, get a routine down now, especially as far as workout, food prep, eating healthy, things like that. if that's something that you're passionate about, as I am. Get your routine down now. Get used to working out now. Get used to fitting in your 30 minutes to an hour workout in between work and school and relationships and friendships and social things and studying. Do it now. That way it's not as big of a deal when you're in nursing school. It'll be a little bit easier for you to find the time and fit it in and figure out your time management. Same thing with your study habits, especially when it comes to like anatomy and physiology. Those are great classes to really hone your study skills and figure out what works for you. Try and figure it out now. That way when you get into nursing school, you're a little ahead of the curve. You know what works for you study-wise, and you can keep doing that and just make slight tweaks as opposed to having to completely develop a study habit. So those are my major tips for pre-nursing students. Hopefully next year, hopefully next fall when I'm in nursing school, I will have some better tips for nursing students. But yeah, for now, those are my tips and my tricks for pre-nursing students. Stay tuned for more stuff, more videos, things like that. And if you have any tips that I left out, and I'm always looking for tips on how to make this process a little easier, smoother, and more successful. So please comment any advice you have for me, or any tips or that you want to share with us as far as making this go better. Okay, now I'm just rambling. So my lunch is almost over. I've been sitting out for a little while. Okay, it's really hot and humid here today. I'm hoping yesterday was the same. We had this great thunderstorm, rainstorm for like 20 minutes at the end of the day, and I'm really hoping another one's coming today. And it's actually pretty cloudy for being as humid and warm as it is. So I'm hoping we have another thunderstorm this afternoon. And tonight I'm gonna get some food prep done, so I will post a video about that soon. Bye.